When I did my initial video, I did a video not too long ago where I went and I picked up a Staccato P. I jumped in my little dune beetle, which I call my Porsche 911 GT3. And basically we went down to Georgetown, Texas, to the facility of Staccato to pick up this gun. At the end of that video, after that video came out, I got a lot of questions from people asking me, because I didn't really do a full review on the gun. People were asking me, Colion, so is it worth it? Is the price of the gun worth it? Because Staccatos aren't cheap. Not cheap at all. And to answer your question, yeah, they are. Generally speaking, I'd say looks are subjective, and to a degree they are, but I don't care what anyone says. This is a good looking gun. May not be the best looking gun in the world, even though I think it looks incredible, but it doesn't look incredible in that jewelry kind of sense. It looks great the way, I don't know, a Ram TRX looks good, the way a Ford Raptor looks good. It's not, you don't see it go, oh, that's beautiful. You go like, yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. And so, you know, I've always really been partial to 1911's aesthetics. I think they're just inherently beautiful guns. And I think it's no different with the Staccato P. Now, I will say this much. The compensator, I kind of wish it was this drives me insane. I'm sorry, it just does. I know there's a reason for it. I can't remember what that reason is right now. This little thing here, this pushing P here, I'm not a fan. Visually. However, the beautiful thing about the Staccato, which also I think makes it worth it, are the features. I can take this off and put a threaded barrel on. I can take this off and just run a flush barrel on this gun. I have the ability to change up those things because that'll be one of the feature sets of the Staccato, and mainly the Staccato P. Now let's talk about ergonomics. You'd be hard pressed to see anyone say that the ergonomics on a 1911 are no good or that they're not good at all. But even more so with the 2011 because you get such a beefier grip. You get something that kind of fills up your hands in a way that I like. I tend to like my grips to have a little bit more meatiness to it. I was really scared to say that because I know Peter is probably snickering back there because he's a child. But I like the way this feels in hand. And then when you add in this kind of skateboard tape style freaking texture, this texture is just moi. Love it. I know there's some like technical name for it. I don't care. I just know I love it. And this is their new grip. They had another grip before, which kind of had a more rubberized look to it. It wasn't bad, but when I saw this, it just looks so clean and just the edges on the borders. It's just, love it. But then in hand, it just grips and it just sits and stays there. It doesn't move. You just have a really good command in the gun. Then you have also this magazine well, which just is wide. Now, this magazine well honestly is taken from, it's a bit big. It's more competition style than anything else, but it's not as flared as most competition style 2011s or double stack 1911s. The beautiful thing about this is it makes loading the gun so intuitive. Even when I don't see it, I could just, and I haven't done a ton of reloads on this gun, but I could just, it doesn't matter, just easy to load. Let's get to the biggest aspect of this gun that's just nuts. The trigger.
Before you finish watching this video, a word from our sponsor. Have you ever thought about making a living in the firearms industry? If you enjoy gun repair, ballistics, and learning about firearms, Sonoran Desert Institute's online courses might just be a good fit for you. To find out more, visit sdi.edu or call 480-999-4767 today.
So, here's the trigger. I'm just gonna say it. This trigger is freaking fantastic. I mean, utterly fantastic. It is one of the easiest triggers I've ever used on any gun, ever. This trigger is phenomenal. It's a very short take up. You hit that wall, break it, and then that reset is almost non-existent, but predominantly existent in the same breath. That makes no sense. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to explain what I'm feeling about this trigger right now in words that do not exist. The trigger on this gun is fantastic. Visually, I like the trigger as well. It's the trigger in combination with the way this gun recoils. This gun doesn't recoil. It just doesn't. It doesn't move. It just sits. And I'm pretty sure this comp has something to do with it. I'm pretty sure the way this gun has something to do with it, considering this is chambered in 9mm. But even still, I've shot other guns with comps. I've shot other 2011s with comps. This gun sits, man. It just sits like I've never seen before. And it just adds to the shooting experience and your confidence level whenever you're shooting stuff. You just don't even think about it. It just feels so natural to aim and just shoot because you're not worried about the gun jumping all over the place. In combination with that, you also have the ability to mount a red dot on it. And I think the combination of the red dot with this trigger, the light recoil, this gun makes you a better shooter. And I know that's blasphemy. You're not supposed to say that. Guns don't make you a better shooter. High-priced guns don't make you better. Bullshit. Bullshit. This gun makes you a better shooter. It just does. Like, I don't care what anyone says. The confidence level I have to hit targets with this gun in combination with, oh, you can hit targets and now you're missing. But just the confidence that this gun inspires. I don't have the same confidence with other polymer frame guns. I don't have that confidence with non-2011 style guns. I don't have this confidence with other 1911s when it comes to shooting. Some are really damn close. This just ratchets it up to a whole new level. Like, this is dumb. This is dumb. Like, like I said the same thing about the Walther Q5 full metal frame. That gun sits. That gun, confidence. This blows that out of the water. That's just, I get it. There are people out there, I'm like, the Staccato P kids, staccato. Yeah, I know, whatever. I'm just telling you, from my experience being out here shooting the gun, owning the gun the way that I have, and continuously running it, this gun really is worth it. And it's not worth it in the sense of, oh, you're gonna pull this gun out and you're gonna impress everybody around you. No, you're gonna impress yourself. You just are, you're gonna impress yourself. And it's, this gun is nutty. Like, oh man, everything about it, the way the slide racks, it's just so smooth. It's not as smooth as an Infinity. No, it's not as smooth as that, but it's still so smooth. But it's the fact that this is a duty gun. This isn't supposed to be, not like duty. I know P's gonna do some weird animation.
Duty.
It's a duty gun. It's a gun designed to be used. And the gun designed to be reliable. And this gun is exceedingly reliable, especially considering how many rounds I've shot. I've run the out of this gun. And I have to be honest with you, the freaking manner in which this gun is reliable is honestly, it's insane considering in the past 1911s, I won't say 1911s were reliable, but some of them weren't so much because of the tight tolerances. But this gun here is just reliable in a manner that says, I feel confident enough to make this a self-defense gun. I feel confident enough to make this a concealed carry gun. Not this gun in particular, but the C2, which I'll do another video on. But this gun here, it fills so many roles as well. It could be your duty gun. It could be your competition gun. It can be your just, I want to go out, shoot, and have fun gun. And it does it exceedingly well. All of those roles, it plays exceedingly well. And as much as I want to say, you can get better guns at a much lower price or so forth and so on, maybe, I haven't shot them yet, but this one here is, I mean, look, it's got my little CN logo on it and stuff. You know, it's just, you know, and this is the aluminum with the polymer, aluminum slide and frame with the polymer grips. And just this setup right there, I see it and it just makes me happy. I look at it and I just like the way it looks. It looks beautiful, it shoots beautiful, it handles beautiful. All of those things, it makes the shooting experience beautiful, it makes me a better shooter. All of those things make this Staccato worth the cost of admission. And I don't care what anybody else says. It's worth it. It's worth it. This gun is fantastic. Yeah. I don't regret buying it. That's exactly what you're gonna say. Even though I didn't buy this, they sent it to me. But I was gonna buy it anyway, so I don't know why.
Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.